This is Ken Pyle with VOD TV. We're at the American Cable Association Summit, but we're here with Allison Townsend of the CCSA. Why don't you tell us what the CCSA stands for?
It's the Canadian Cable Systems Alliance, and basically we are like the NCTC, the National Cable Television Co-op, and the ACA put together, because we have a much smaller population, obviously. So we don't have the population or the resources to do the two things in two different places, so we put them together, and we are the CCSA.
And you've been around for about 16 years or so?
Yeah, I think it's actually 18 now.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been around for a while.
And it sounds like the challenges you face are very similar to what we see down here in the United States.
They are very similar. We're always surprised to understand that, as we deal a lot with the NCTC and a lot with Mac Polka's group, the ACA, and whenever we talk, we are amazed at all of the things that we have in common. Maybe the size of our cable companies are not equivalent to the U.S., but the issues are all the same. And they're the same in terms of importance, too, to the cable operator.
Well, and before we go into some of those issues, the characteristics of your systems themselves, the operators, are similar in the sense that... Yeah.
ACA and NCTC are about 10 times the size of us, but really you have 10 times the population we do. So it is very similar proportionately. And I would say a lot of our members are under 5,000 subscribers, which is the same for the ACA and the NCTC.
And they tend to be in very rural areas?
Very rural areas. So we would have members in Newfoundland, we'd have members in Inuvik, we have members in BC. So we're all across Canada, but in very small and rural places. But their local cable operator is really their lifeline. Mm-hmm. That's how they get high-speed internet.
And so one of the things that we've heard from Steve Pastorkovich earlier, but the whole idea of video and broadband kind of being, there's a tie there. Do you find that in Canada where video penetration drives broadband penetration?
Absolutely, absolutely. And now we are looking to be able to provide those to all of our customers, the broadband, the video, VOD, anything, telephone, telephony, we want it all. And
so one of the challenges I guess you faced, and I don't know how much you can talk to this, but it's interesting because you have a little bit different way of doing things up there, but sports programming has been a big issue for the smaller operators. Having to pass those costs on to the end consumer makes it difficult for them. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how those are being addressed, that issue?
Well, it is a huge issue for us, and there is only so much I can say because we are involved in what is called a mediation process in Canada, and that is a process that is it's governed by the CRTC, and the rules are designated by the CRTC, and the parties participate, and the idea is that you are supposed to come to an agreement. Now, if an agreement can't be achieved, then the Commission will make a decision based on the documents filed by the parties. There can be an expedited hearing, which is like any sort of a hearing that the Commission would decide, or it can be by final offer arbitration, which just means that one party puts in their offer, another party puts in their offer, and the Commission chooses. Baseball arbitration. So that is how we are dealing with the sports issues at this particular moment in time. Hopefully, there's a settlement in the future, but right now, I'm not so sure.
Well, so it seems like something we should probably be watching here in the United States. It seems like there could potentially be some ripple from whatever decision's made.
I think that's probably true, and I think that the processes that we have in place are favorable and have there's a vertical integration decision just came out because vertical integration is happening a great deal in Canada just like it is in the US, and so there are some new rules and guidelines and a code that governs the parties during negotiation if they're dealing with a vertically integrated company. So those might be some things that the small systems in the US would like to take a look at, because we are very pleased with where our Commission went on those issues.
Well, we look forward to hearing more about that, and good luck going back to Ottawa tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Allison.
Nice to chat.
Likewise.